Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 22. Oh my god, we only have 8 days left in this 30-day challenge. Can you believe we've already made it to day 22? We've been showing up like clockwork. If consistency is the key, we got it. Because we are here. It's day 22. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of myself for showing up every day. I'm so proud of you for showing up whenever you can to build with me in public. Just a reminder, this is a 30-day Build With Me challenge where we build an AI app every single working day of January. Working day because it's important to take rest as well. And today I am building something even exciting because today we're going to take the app that we were building yesterday, in which we created embeddings, and add that data to a vector database. It's like the app is finally coming together. I'm so excited. Also, if you're new here, please say hello. Welcome. My name is Shruti Kapoor. I am a software engineer, a front-end engineer working at Slack, and I love to build in public and share my knowledge with you all, which is why I'm doing this 30-day challenge. If you're watching this on Twitter, hello. Hello, my Twitter fam. Thank you for being here with me and supporting me. If you're watching this on YouTube, I see you, I appreciate you. And if you're on Twitch, thank you for joining me. Twitch is a streaming platform that I have been on and off on, but I'm finally starting to get back to it. So thank you for showing up. Okay, what are we going to do today? Let me get my code editor running. Meanwhile, I will see if we're running everywhere. Looks like we're live on Twitch. If you're here on Twitter, tell me hello, so I know that this is working on Twitter, which seems to have trouble sometimes. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't hear myself again and again. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, let's get some music going. Where is my remote? Also, how do you like my new setup? My sweet husband was able to get me streaming access in my office, which is this room. Before I was streaming from my guest room, but now I have this beautiful setup which my husband helped me set up. So thank you, husband. Okay, get some music going. I like listening to lo-fi beats on YouTube, especially copyright free, so I don't get charged for them or I don't get copyright infringement. So I'm gonna play some tunes. Nice. Oh yes, I had one more thing I need to do. I don't like the font color of this text, so I'm gonna change this. Oh, hello, Kostab. How are you? Welcome to day 22. Hi, Hunar. Good morning. How is it going? The vibe today is chill. We're gonna spend some time building the AI application that we've been building and chatting along and drinking some juice. Kostab, I'm fine. What about you? Evening. Oh, you are in Hunar, you are in Abbotsford. Is that right? I'm sorry, I forgot your location. Um, Kostab, what's the plan for today? Today we're gonna continue building the AI application that we were working on yesterday. If you remember, yesterday we were able to add embeddings into our application. So today we're gonna use the JSON data, stringify it, and see what we can do before stringifying it. Yesterday we were working on a JSON loader before we left. And today I'm going to see what we can do about the JSON data before we send it over for embeddings, and then embed that JSON data into our database, put that in our database, and then create a similarity matrix. I think today we're going to target to get the JSON data into a string. Oh no, get the JSON data into embeddings. I think that's a good goal for today. Inquisitive. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Inquisitive. How's it going? Does employee work outside company like open source, online present affects his work in office? Ooh, that's a tricky question. That depends on when you're working and where you're working. So, for example, if you are working on open source during your work hours, that's an absolute no-no. Especially on work computer, don't do that unless you have an agreement with your manager to do that. Otherwise, don't do that. Otherwise, if you're doing it outside of your work hours and the project that you're working on doesn't conflict with what you're working on at work, so for example, it's not a competing business, like you're working at PayPal and then you're like doing open source for Stripe, it's okay. In that case, where you're doing competing business, I would do a check with your manager at work to make sure that that's not a problem. This is all depending on like US and laws in US. So depending on your country, I would recommend that you do a check with your manager depending on the laws of your country. However, whatever you do outside of your work is your own personal business. So your work cannot basically say anything to that as long as it's not a competing business. So I hope that helps. Unless if you're asking if it positively affects work in office, as in reputation, promotions, things like that. So let me know if that's the question. You are literally 2 hours from me. Oh yes, because you're in Abbotsford, right? I keep forgetting that you're in Abbotsford. Like I know somebody's from Abbotsford, but I forget that it's you. So now I'll try to remember. Honar, even with permission, it's such an iffy thing that it'll likely cause issues down the line. I think that depends. I've had projects that I worked on in open source that I've had no issues with my work, and the reason has been because it has been actually kind of supporting my work at work. So, for example, I was working on GraphQL projects, and at work I was building GraphQL API. So I was helping migrate REST applications to GraphQL applications. So all of my open source work was actually helping me do my work better, office work better. So there was no problem at all. But I can totally see that if you're working at a company like PayPal, which is what I was doing, and I was probably like doing open source for I don't know, like an open source provider, like a Web3 provider, then that could have been totally an issue. So if it's a competing business, it can be very tricky. But if it's something that you feel can actually support your goals at work, I think it's even encouraged. Kostab, can you give me some tips? I work at Amazon and the work culture here is very toxic. Kostab, what tips do you want? I think you work at Amazon. The work culture there is toxic, so can't really do much about it besides change your company. You can't really change the culture. You can change the company you work at. So, are you looking for any specific tips, Kostab? Inquisitive, thank you, ma'am. My manager used to keep an eye on my online presence. That's why I asked. Okay, gotcha. I think that's a very common thing to do, to be honest. A lot of managers may keep an eye, or even coworkers may keep an eye on what you do outside of work, even though it's not something that's written in the contract. It's just assumed. Just assume that whatever you do outside of your work, whatever you do online, can be and will be monitored by your current or future employer. Always approach online work like that. So if you're saying shit about a company that you work at, just know that it'll likely come back to you. Now, are they keeping an eye on your online presence to see what else you're working on? Like if you're working on a blog post, you can share that with your manager. I think that's a good thing. So what I would probably do is if you already know that they're keeping an eye on you, start sharing stuff, start sharing content, start sharing things you learned. As long as you're not providing confidential information, I think this is a great way to promote yourself, promote your company, promote the work you do. No one I know who works at Amazon has said there is not a toxic environment. That is true. I think it also depends team to team. So I was interviewing with Amazon pre-pandemic, and the team that I was interviewing with was also actually really nice team, really good team, and I would have loved to work with those people. So it really depends team to team. Although I know that overall Amazon is a very challenging environment. Kostab, I mean, how to handle work pressure. I just started my corporate journey and this stuff is too much. I'm not really used to this type of work politics. So yeah, that's a difficult one. I think I have one big tip for you, which is change jobs. Second is you're just starting out. I just want you to know that politics is going to follow you no matter where you go, whether you work at Amazon, whether you work at Google or a small startup company. So that's just something that you have to learn to be in corporate. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be like a bootlicker and just like be a yes man. You do need to learn how to work with people, and that's part of working in a corporate culture. Even outside of corporate culture, even if you have your own thing, it's still part of learning how to be a tech worker. You just have to learn how to work with people. Politics, I cannot tell you how to play the politics game because I myself am not a politics person. I like to get my work done, I like to showcase what I'm doing, and I like to get out of there. I don't like to play the politics game, so I can't really tell you what to do. However, I would encourage you to learn how to work well with people, to still continue to showcase what you do, showcase your achievements, showcase your work that you do outside of your work, and keep your manager as your mentor, use them as your support, and continue to invest in your own skills. I think that's the best advice I can give for any company. Now, some companies may be more challenging than others. So, I don't know. If you feel like it's getting too much, I would give it 3 months to try out, give your best. And if you feel like it's too much, then change the company. because your mental health is more important than anything else. Um, Remy Joker. Hi, Remy Joker. How's it going? How to go from SD2 to SD3. Remy, what company are you working at and what field are you in? Are you in front end, back end, DevOps? What are you working on? Hunar, generally the way the executive team, how to lead the company dictates how the working environment is. Correct. That is so true. Atlassian backend. Ooh. How to go from SD2 to SD3. So first of all, I would ask you, have you talked to your manager on what the requirements and expectations of SD3 are? Typically in a company like Atlassian, you are supposed to be demonstrating the skills before they can promote you. So you got to be working on SD3 level already before you can actually become an SD3, which basically means that you got to pick projects that demonstrate those skills. Now, how are you going to get those projects? You can be on the lookout in your company, in your team, to be working on those kind of projects. A typical kind of project you want to work on is something that goes beyond just getting things done. So for example, if in SD2 you're building the API endpoint, one endpoint, you are expected to own a complete API at SD3. You're expected to own a lot bigger chunk of the project at SD3. So first thing I would do is talk to your manager about what are the expectations of SD3, because that can really guide the kind of projects you want to take. Second thing I would do is actually tell them that you're interested in growing and going to SD3 and ask them what kind of projects you can take. And then the third thing I would do is ask them for feedback on, if you were to promote me right now to SD2, what do you think are some things that I'm missing to go to SD3? And how can I get there? So you not only want to know what are your successes, you also want to know where you're lacking, so that when it comes time to promote you, your manager is already invested in those things with you, because they've already had a plan to fix those things with you, and you've already gotten actionable feedback on how to fix that. So once you know what you need to do, create a plan to do that with the help of your manager. Hopefully you get a project that can help you demonstrate that plan, that skills. And as you are working on that plan, continue to gain feedback from your manager on how that is going. So if you have a 6-month target of getting promoted to SD3, within this 6 months, you need to be getting at least a 3-week assessment of how you're doing, so that you can continue to improve in the time when it comes to promotion. And in the final weeks, you need to ask your manager, how do you feel about promoting me right now? How do you feel about pitching me for the next promotion cycle? And by keeping your manager looped in with your progress, you're also making sure that they are invested in your progress as well, and it's not just a one-off thing, because promotions are never a one-off thing. Nobody is going to wake up one day and be like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to promote this person. Your manager will never say that. It has to be an ongoing process. Chaitanya Reddy. Hi Chaitanya, how's it going? I think I'm seeing you here for the very first time, so hello and welcome. What type of apps can we build with LangChain? Any example that are already out there? Ooh, I love this question, because we're actually building a LangChain app today. So I hope you'll follow around and see this. We are building an app so that we can create a real estate search API. What kind of apps you can build with LangChain? I think the possibilities are endless. Let me see if I can find LangChain apps. Hunar, anyway, time for dinner. Yes, it's super early, but then I can have a dessert later with the gap. Thanks for joining, Hunar. Have a fun dinner. I hope it's yummy and delicious. Have fun, Shruti, and chat. Bye, Hunar. LangChain apps. Also, Chaitanya, are you a Python developer or are you a JavaScript developer? Yes, I am new here. Welcome, Chaitanya. Nice to see you here. I think LangChain's documentation has... Actually, let me share my screen. I'm JavaScript. Okay, that's good because I'm JavaScript too. So these are all the apps that it seems are built with LangChain. Is there a specific type of app you're interested in, Chaitanya? Meanwhile, I'll get my code running as well. And here is the GitHub for this. So the link that I'm sharing is also an OpenAI app that I'm building. It's built using LangChain. Node-mon, server.js. Sweet. Where is my... There. Okay, also I would love to do a poll to see how many of you are new here, which will help me understand if I should do a demo of this app or just continue going on. So if you're new here, please tell me new in the chat so I can redo a demo or keep going. New. Hello, Phoenix. How's it going? Thank you for joining me today. I have a bunch of ideas that I want to implement. Recently got in as an independent freelance designer, so have some spare time to work on some side projects. So taking a look at tools out there. Ooh, sweet. A bunch of ideas that I wanted to implement. Recently got in as independent freelance designer. But you are a JavaScript developer and you design as well on your side projects. Have some spare time to work on some side projects. So taking a look at tools out there. Cool, nice. So that means that I will do a demo of this app for you to help you understand how to integrate with OpenAI and LangChain. I have to be honest, integrating with OpenAI through LangChain is a lot easier than I thought. So hopefully this demo will help you. Okay, so I have written all the instructions down in the README of my GitHub. Basically, all you have to do is npm install, npm run dev to get the client side running, and npm run start to get the server.js running. Actually, you could do just node-mon. Someone update that. Run server by node-mon server.js. All right, and I'm gonna commit this. New terminal. Git commit. Okay, so here's how this app works. Okay, I'm gonna do the demo as well. Chaitanya, I'm a full-time designer, however, but getting into development as well. I'm an aspiring indie hacker. Ooh, cool. I will show you a tool then that make it easier for you to get started on building applications, which is Wix Studio. It's a no-code tool platform that can help you build websites faster. I hope you enjoy this. Shruti's device has 20% battery remaining. Oh no! Hold on. How about now? Okay, good. Got it, thanks. Sweet. Okay, so I'll do a demo of this. There, hope that's better. Okay. All right, so I'll demo the app now. So here's the app. This is what we have built so far. This is a JavaScript app that uses Express as the server, Node.js. Actually, I'm not even using Node.js very much, but Express as a server, and it is built in React. So I will show you what the app looks like in app.jsx. This is not production code, so don't be like, oh, you need to move it to a new component. Yeah, I know. But here's what it does. So you can, instead of having, this is a real estate app that I built. So what you can do is here you can look for a property in Seattle, and instead of having to like manually type out, or instead of having to like look for all of the different fields on Zillow and having to do like a bunch of permutation combination, here you can just write, I'm looking for a 4-bedroom house in Seattle in the range of 1 million to 2 million. And this app will give you a list of all of the properties that match the sentence or the English language stuff that you wrote. And where does AI come in? AI is used to parse that natural language, which is the English language sentence you wrote, into JSON so that that can be sent over to any API that you're hoping to subscribe to, which is Zillow in my case. So I'm gonna write a sentence here, like I'm gonna zoom this in a bit. And I'm gonna say I'm looking for a 4-bedroom house in Seattle in the range of 1 million to 5 million, because we all have that money, don't we? It should have 3 bathrooms. That's all I care about, right? So then if I hit search, it's gonna parse that JSON, parse that English language text into JSON, send it over to my Zillow API, which is my real estate API, and then it's gonna fill it out with some properties that match my description. Now I'm not getting my properties back, so perhaps there is an error somewhere. Oh, app crash. T.replace is not a function. Okay, this is where we stopped yesterday. So let's get back into it. Yesterday, what we were doing is we were using this text to convert it into vector embeddings, and then we were going to send that vector embeddings into our vector database, which could then be used to create a similarity matrix, which is how a similarity, no, it's not called similarity matrix. I think it's called a similarity search. Perform a similarity search, which can then be helpful in creating a recommendation engine, just like how Netflix does. So if you like a property, you may like these 3 other properties. I think that will be really cool. That is the final goal of this 30-day challenge, where we're going to build a recommendation engine. Today, I think we are like 80% there, which is great because we are on day 22. So we're like almost there. So today we're gonna parse English language, or we're gonna parse this JSON object into embeddings, and then we're gonna try to store that embeddings in a database. And I'm gonna use Convex as my database of choice because Convex can take vector embeddings and Convex can do similarity search for you. So let's do that now. Does that make sense, Phoenix? Hopefully that makes it easy to understand what we're doing. And Chaitanya, I hope that was easy to follow. If you have any questions, let me know. Sounds good. Awesome. Stephen Ness. Hey Stephen, how's it going? Welcome back. Hunar, Netflix mentioned, let's go. Was prepping food and still had my headphones on. Leaving now for real. I don't know if I can trust you that you're leaving. I think you'll still be here. I hope you'll still be here. Sai Charan, you look cute. Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Any questions so far? Okay, no questions. Let's go. Today we have, what time is it? We have, it's 5:40 already. I've been live streaming for 40 minutes already. Wow, time just flies. Which is not a problem because we're gonna build this. We're gonna build this and we're not gonna stop until we have JSON embeddings, because that's what we're gonna do today. I also want to write down a plan of everything I want to do for the rest, like 30 days, so that I can finish this app before the end of this 30-day challenge. Also, folks, now that we're on day 22, I'm curious. I'm thinking of making this a seasonal challenge. So in January, I've been doing an OpenAI challenge, right? Integrating with OpenAI and creating an AI app. For the season 2, which will be in February, I'm thinking I'll do like a JavaScript thing. I don't know, like maybe a React thing. So I'm thinking each month it will be a different theme. The first month of January, it was AI. Maybe the second month could be CSS, could be JavaScript, could be React. I don't know. Or maybe a framework of choice, like learn Astro or learn Svelte or learn all the frameworks. What do you think? Would you be interested in season 2 of a 30-day challenge? Or do you feel like you've had enough? Meanwhile, I'm going to fix this to-do and talk about the remaining things we need to do. So Jan 21 was yesterday, and we were able to do this yesterday. Create vector embeddings for properties. How's the font size? Maybe I will zoom in a bit. Phoenix says yes. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you for the encouragement. I really appreciate it. Okay, how's the font size? I hope that's good. Let me check this in Twitch. Okay, I think that looks good. Neat. Definitely have a next session. Season, please. Yay, thank you, Steven. That's just the kind of encouragement that I need. Alright, so yesterday we were able to create vector embeddings for properties, but they were in text. So today we're going to create vector embeddings, step 2.1, create vector embeddings for JSON. And I cannot type today. For JSON. Create vector embeddings. Okay. All right. So then I'm gonna chart out what we're gonna do in the next days. Oh my goodness, stop. AI sometimes is like, ooh, I know what to do. And I'm just like, I know what I want to do. Okay, D. So our last day is going to be January 31st. Which is when we're going to ship. Then January 30, January 20, today's 21st. Oh, today's 22nd already. Oh my goodness. 23rd, 24th. And I think January 25 is a day off because it's Saturday, Sunday. 27, 28, 29 and 30. One of these may be a weekend as well. Okay. First we write day offs because we're lazy like that. Then today, we are gonna do, today's January 22nd, we're gonna create vector embeddings for JSON, put in DB. Then tomorrow, we're gonna have the vector embeddings in database already. We're gonna perform a similarity search. Because if we scroll back up, some notes we made was create vector embeddings for JSON, which is what we're doing today. Create table in database, which we can do today as well. Store vector embeddings in database, that's what we're going to do today. Define a vector index, perform vector similarity search. That's what we're going to do today. Maybe we'll do database tomorrow. We'll see. So I will still say put in DB, create index. Then on the final day, I'm going to say perform vector similarity search. And then on the 27th, display recommended properties or fetch recommended properties from similarity search. And then, so what actually will happen is that it will generate some items that match the description. So for example, if we have a price ending of 5, so for example, if we have property that we've liked in the range of 1 million to 1.5 million, even though we are recommending that we've specified that our range is 1 to 5, AI will be able to tell that the properties that you usually like are in the range of 1 to 1.5. So then it will tell us that a recommended matrix would be, or a recommended JSON object would be a property that has a price ending of 1.5, maybe a starting of 1. And then number of bedrooms will also depend on how many bedrooms we tend to usually like. So then it will give us a JSON of a property structure that we like. Now then it's our job to then look for a property that would have a similar JSON structure. So that is the last bit that we have to do. So once similarity matrix or once similarity search has been done, we still need to go back to our real estate API and fetch a property that matches the similarity search that our AI has given us. Okay, so that is this last part we have to do. So January 28th is fetch, and this is not going to be a similarity. This is going to be similarity JSON object from similarity search, fetch similar properties from API. This is going to be Zillow API. And then we're just going to render on the page. Properties on the page. And then this is basically the end of our app. So we're going to give the last day as a buffer day, which basically means be lazy. But we have to actually build this within our software development cycle because, you know, as engineers, we always tend to procrastinate and leave things to the last day. Oh, we forgot to test. So test. And then final day, we're going to ship. And hopefully we can celebrate. Here's the target. If I'm able to get this done on January 31st, your camera is blurry. Why not extract structured output from user's prompt like location, and pass on to Zillow API? That's what we're doing actually. That's exactly what we're doing. I will show you if I have some output running. I don't have it output here, but that's basically what we're doing. Tell me React.js project for beginners. Wow. You could build a slideshow app, Gaju. Oh, hey, welcome back, Gaju. How's it going? You could totally build a slideshow app. It got very blurry a couple times, but fixed itself in a few seconds. Yeah, you know why that is happening? I actually have the phone connected my phone connected as a continuity camera and sometimes it disconnects. It's an Apple issue. So what I'm going to do is move my camera from charging back to my computer. It may give me an alert that my camera is low again, so I will do the dance again. Okay, so what I was saying is if I'm able to get this shipped by January 31st, we're going to go celebrate. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to celebrate. Maybe we'll buy us something cute. Maybe we'll buy us some nice lights. Look at those nice lights behind me. They're trying to be nice. Oh, also, speaking of goals, if you see on the screen here, I have a 10 subscription goal for this month. If you're on Twitch, you can help me reach that goal by subscribing. If you're not on Twitch, please come and join Twitch. It is free for you to join if you have Amazon Prime membership. And it doesn't cost you anything. But it'll help me achieve my goal for this month. So thank you. Okay, let's go now. We have limited time and a lot of shit to do. So let's get shit done. This is what we're doing. Create vector embeddings for JSON. Okay, my camera is being stupid. So we are going to change the camera to this camera. Looks pretty much the same, doesn't it? I'm thinking vector database may not be necessary unless we get real time, real state into coming in and can be updated frequently. We need vector database to create a similarity search. Okay. On a side note, any advice on how to deal with burnout? It's almost 3 a.m. here and I'm still working on tasks that were dumped on me since other team members left. Oh god, just exhausted right now. Phoenix, get some sleep. That's all I can say. The best way to deal with burnout is to take a break. All of these tasks were dumped on you. That's not your fault. Take a break. Don't exhaust yourself. 3 a.m. is time for you to prioritize yourself. I hope you can catch some break. And I'm still working on tasks that were dumped on me since other team members left. Yeah, prioritize yourself. Here's something that's dark, but I say this all the time. If you were to die today, the company would not hesitate even a single bit to find your replacement. You would be replaced the next week, and nobody would care about how burnt out you are. So the only person who cares about your well-being is you. Don't let the company walk all over you. It seems that you have a lot on your plate, but also this is too late to be spending that kind of time on a company that doesn't care about your well-being. So go to sleep, turn down your computer. Okay. So we're going to create a vector embeddings for JSON. I think I was in LMJS yesterday. Oh yeah, this is the problem I was getting. I had loader, JSON loader here, and then JSON parse data is this, embeddings model is that. So why don't we do this? JSON parse data is JSON dot stringify, and then I need data from. I'm just gonna copy one of this. And then if I console log this, just to see what I have, and then I am just passing that over to my embeddings model, console.log embeddings. Remove this, move this here. Oh wait, I need the output. Okay, I've got this going. All right, so if I search, yeah. Okay, what happened? Text.map is not a function. Okay, that is a string data, so that's good. Then I think embeddings model.embed documents takes in JSON parsed data. It says this is text.map is not a function. That's probably because there's only one in here. That's what I think. X. So I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna write data here, and then I'm gonna create const data equals this value that I just copied over. JSON parse data. Now search. Okay, text.map is not a function, still getting the same issue. Why am I getting this? Chunk array this dot strip new lines text.map t dot replace. Oh. Huh. Stringify. So JSON.stringify should be fine here, but except we need a new line because that's what embed documents expects. So here, let's do this. Focus. Let's do this. Embed documents. Instead of embed documents, I think we might be able to do embed text. LangChain. Text embedding models. Get started. Embed documents. Embed query, single piece of text. No, embed documents should be right. Okay, stringify JSON with new lines. How can we do that? To multiple lines. Oh, you can use the space parameter of the stringify method. Okay, what is the space parameter? Space parameter. String a number that is used to insert white space, line break characters into the output JSON for readability purpose. Let's draw an example of this. Space is XYZ. Okay. Going back to this. A2. No. Okay, let's try this. Where did it go? Data, stringify. I just need null. And then I need a space. Adds indentation, white space, and line break characters. So if I give a space, would that work? /t it says, or even better, count the numbers. The count of spaces in the indentation too. Let's do that. So now if I go back and search, oh, okay, that looks nice. This dot strip line t dot replace text this dot part size. Text dot map is not a function at embed documents. So if I open embed documents, it says chunk erase this dot strip new lines text dot map. Otherwise text strip new lines. Text dot map this dot bat size. Kumar, what's the front-end job market now in India after AI? I can't tell you that, unfortunately, because I don't live in India. Okay, text.map is not a function at OpenAI embeddings.embed documents. I have no idea why this is happening. Is not a function. Text.map is not a function at embed documents. So I'm going to open embed document. Oh, it expects it to be an array. I don't have an array. A single piece of text for the purpose of comparing to other pieces of text. Should I just give it embed query? Okay, let's do OpenAI embeddings for JSON. With the text embedding class, you can specify the size of embeddings you want. Embed single text, meaning of this. Embed query. Embed multiple text. Yeah, it needs to be an array. So if it needs to be an array, we could, here's what we could do. We could split our JSON into, oh wait. Okay, so properties is an array as well. We could split our properties into every element and then stringify each element and then send that over to embed documents. It's kind of a long process, but it'll work. So let's do that. Now my properties is this. I'm just going to format my data such that I'll have it nicely structured so that when I receive it back from my database, I know what it should look like. So let's write a data.map item. Oh my goodness. JSON const stringified. Oh, stringified data is JSON.stringify item. Okay, and then I don't think I'll need to do this null thing, so let's try this. What is the problem? Add parentheses. Okay, add parentheses. And then I've got JSON parse data, so then I don't need this. So that's stringified data. Now I just need to send it over. So again, stringified data is an array of everything that should be stringified within the JSON object that we have here. So now if you console log stringified data, it should have an array of stringified JSON properties, each of these separated out. And then we just got to pass stringified data over to embed documents. And then now I'm going to search this and see what we see. Okay, sweet. Oh my God. Yay. Look at that. We actually have embeddings as well. How cool. We have embeddings in JSON. Yay. I'm so happy. Guys, we did the first part of this already. Create vector embeddings for JSON. We did this. Yeah. But there's a lot more that we have to do, so let's not celebrate. But we'll take a break. You know what? We'll take a break. Why not? Feva, what's the app doing? Hi, Feva. How's it going? I actually did a demo of the app a few minutes ago, so scrub back and find it. But I'll give a quick overview of what the app does. It is a real estate search app that we've built to create, to basically learn how to create an OpenAI app, integrate with LangChain, integrate with OpenAI, learn how to create embeddings. And today we are actually creating embeddings of properties that are now structured as JSON data. So what we just did was create these embeddings, which are these, of this nice JSON data. So folks, let's take a quick break, just a minute long break to stretch our legs and hands. Don't go away. BRB. Okay, we're back. I'm back with snacks. Coding makes me hungry. NXK. Hello, NXK. How are you? I think I'm seeing you here for the very first time, so welcome. What's the app doing? Do you have GitHub repo of things? I do have GitHub repo of things. I always have a GitHub repo of everything. Hold on, I'm gonna pin this message as well. YouTube. Nom nom nom. View your channel. Go here. Pin this. Pin. Okay. Okay. By the way, where are you all joining me from? And what time is it where you are? I am in Seattle. It is 6:12 here on January the 22nd. Where are you joining me from? Ooh. And also, what's your favorite coding snack? Oh my goodness. Right after the stream, I'm going to go record a video on everything you need to know about front end in 2025, which is going to be a recap of everything new that happened in 2024 that you may have missed. So it's kind of like a news post of everything you may have missed in 2024. That will be published on YouTube on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, you will probably miss it. So please subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss a video. Also, as a recap, this is day 22 of 30-day challenge, where we build every single day incrementally an AI app from scratch. And every single day I show up here and we build and code together. We're gonna build it for 30 days. And today is day 22. And some of you have been requesting for season 2. So maybe we'll do that. Okay, let's search. Like, look at this beautiful property. Almost choked. Oh, fresh Coke is so good. Like the first sip of Coke outside, just out when you pour it from a can. Oh, best. So good. Okay, put the snacks away. Let's do part 2. Put it in database. So if you were here day before yesterday, you probably remember our database of choice, Convex. We're gonna use Convex as our database of choice. Hold on, let me move this here so I can see you all better. Okay, so we're going to use database Convex as our database of choice. Luckily, I know a little bit on how to integrate with Convex, so it's going to be a little bit easier. See, I already have an app here. So I'm going to go back and actually the first thing I need to do is understand how to actually put a vector table within Convex, because I don't really know that. So I'm going to look that up. Convex has AI embeddings. Okay, embeddings with OpenAI and Pinecone. Get started. That is a lot of YouTube videos. Good vibe, your live stream is so relaxing. Thank you, NXK. I really appreciate that. That's the vibe I go for. Relax, chill, enjoy, drink Coke or whatever your beverage of choice is, and get some work done meanwhile. Life is short. Have good vibes. Embedding. How do I get an embedding? Straight from Kumbh Mela on a trip. Are you serious? Kumbh Mela is right now. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Are you guys seeing that? Oh, how cool is that? So are you at the Kumbh Mela or are you just back from Kumbh Mela? For those of you who don't know what a Kumbh Mela is and you're like, what are you talking about? Kumbh Mela is a Hindu pilgrimage that takes place in India every 6 to 12 years. It's one of the biggest pilgrimage of in Hindu culture, and it's extremely popular. It's considered extremely holy. What happens bathing? The only thing actually I know about Kumbh Mela is that people get lost at Kumbh Mela. It's like damn, what is the name of that concert that happens near LA? Coachella. Imagine Coachella but like 10 times the size. Except it's not a concert, so. The 2025 Kumbh Mela took place in Pragyaraj, India at the Triveni Sangam. Allahabad. Pragyaraj? Formerly Allahabad? What the? When did this happen? October 16, 2018. The Mayawati government split the original Allahabad district into Kaushambi and Allahabad district. Ugh. What is going on in India? Bro, actually getting spam messages. All right, back to what we were doing, which was putting data in Convex. How do I get an embedding? You get like that, data 0 dot embedding. Where should I store it? You likely want to do one of the two things. Use it to search for similar strings, search for similar embeddings, store it to be searched against in the future. Vector databases allow you to quickly, okay, let me zoom this in because it might not be big enough. Vector databases, where is it? Allow you to quickly find nearby vectors for a given input without having to compare against every vector every time. If you expect to have 100K or fewer vectors, you can store it alongside your other application data in Convex and use a vector index. This allows you to avoid adding another database provider to your stack. If you plan to store millions of vectors, however, I'd recommend using a dedicated vector database like Pinecone. I think for us, Convex will be fine because I don't expect to use too much data. Or I don't expect to store too much data. If you're storing the database, you're storing embedding in Convex, you can store it as a number array, the way it's returned from APIs like OpenAI. Let's see. I think that's probably this because it looks like a number array. Defining vector indexes. Actually, that was the next step we had to do. So if we go back to our notes, you'll see that we have to create vector embeddings for JSON, which is what we have done. The next step is to create table in database, which is what we have to do next, and then store vector embeddings in database and define a vector index. So we are here. Oh, Todd, not Todd. Hi, Todd. Todd, not Todd. How are you? Your name is very interesting. How are your projects going? What kind of work are you trying to accomplish? My projects are going well. I am actually working on, what am I trying to accomplish? I'm trying to put vector data within Convex and also understand what kind of vector index it's going to be and how can I create vector index. So I am putting OpenAI embeddings or embeddings that I created through OpenAI into a database in Convex, which is the database that I've chosen. NXK Google is great. Pragyaraj, I'm in here for a few days. I have to be honest, I have never heard a Labad called Pragyaraj. And this is just like a shocking moment for me because I'm just like, when was it named Pragyaraj? I do not. Wait, it's not Pragyaraj, it's Prayagraj. What is it? Allahabad. Prayagraj. Who calls it Prayagraj? The name change that killed my city's soul. Heck yeah, it's been called Prayagraj. What the fuck? Oh my god, she's still alive. Hi Hunar, welcome back. Did you finish your dinner? I'm still alive. Doing well. I found your stream while YouTube recommendations. Cool, awesome. Yay, Todd, thank you for coming. I'm glad you clicked on the YouTube recommendation link and joined here. It happened some time back. Yeah, apparently 2018. India has changed day by the day. Seriously, India is like front end. You blink and something changed, something renamed. New city has popped up, new thing has popped up. New company has popped up. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, do we have to define a table first? Convex / schema TS. Let's see. Like database indexes, vector indexes are a data structure that is built in advance to enable efficient querying. Vector indexes are defined as part of your convex schema. You know what? I'm going to share this documentation with you all if you want to read this. Convex indexes, vector indexes. It's a totally different place. I agree, NXK. Every time I go back to India, I feel like it's completely changed. Even if I go back like after 6 months. I actually recently went back in October last year, and I feel like the India that I left behind 15, 17 years ago is definitely not there anymore. But also every 6 months, I feel like it just feels like a different place. Hunar Rajma Chawal. I'm so jealous. I need Rajma Chawal right now. Okay, let's do this. To add a vector index onto a table, use the vector index method on your table schema. Every vector index has a unique name and a definition with vector field string. Vector search app. Find convex documents similar to a provided vector. Typically, vectors will be embeddings, general micro representation of text. Embeddings and vector search enable you to provide useful context LLMs for AI-powered applications. Blah blah blah. It's consistent, fully up to date. You can write a vector and immediately read it from a vector search. Unlike full text search, however, vector search is only available in convex actions. Right. I think this is what we were reading yesterday, which is that to use a vector search, you will need to define a vector index and actually create an action. Run a vector search from within an action. So let's do that. I will open this as well. Vector search app. Okay, looking into their code. Search, excuse me. Oh, there it is. Vector search. Query is this. Cuisines. Whatever that means. Use action from Convex React. What does an action do? Where is use action? Const vector search is equals use action api.search.similar foods. Shruti, your stream is limited to 720. Was that intentional? Oh, hey, Andreas. Thank you for following. I really appreciate it. Heck, even my neighborhood is not the same. I went back to India after 8 years and I couldn't navigate my own city. Right? I went back to Chandigarh after like 5 years. And I was so shocked by how kind of dense it felt. Yeah, it feels like even 5 years feels like such a long time now. Which is your home city, Hunar? Your stream is limited to 720p. That should not be intentional. Hold on, let me see. Why is that happening? Hopefully it's not my camera quality. Oh, why is it Prayagraj? Oh. I think the quality looks fine though, right? It's just not 1080p. I don't know. I will check it out tomorrow. Ludhiana. Oh, cool. I actually have family in Ludhiana. What were we doing? Right. Use action. So vector search is use action, API search, similar foods. And then where is this API? Insert is use action, API foods. Insert, convex generated API. .foods .insert. Okay. We need, this is the documentation we're going to read. TypeScript. JavaScript. Let's see if we can create a database actually. I'm gonna create a project. Create a table. I don't know. Vector. Schema. I could do that. Oh, there. This is what you do. Once you add your table to your convex/schema.ts file, you'll be able to see any indexes you've defined here. So that's what we have to do first. It's fine for quality. Just was wondering why it was not 1080. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out, though. I will check that after going offline. What are you using for the IDE? I am using Visual Studio Code and using Augment as my AI helper. Hunar, I first came to Canada in 2001 for 2 months, Toronto, Brampton, then 2004 for 1.5 months, Surrey, 2007 for 1 month, Newfoundland, and finally Abbotsford in 2009 to settle. Hell of a ride. That is a hell of a ride. Why did you decide to go back and forth, Hunar? And what do you do in Abbotsford now? Okay, I'm gonna see if they have a schema file in vector search. So if I look at Convex, they have a schema file here, and then this is how they define their schema. Is it big enough? So they've got foods, that's the table, description, cuisine, embedding, that's what we need as well, vector field. And then this is what they've defined as their vector index. Vector field embedding, dimensions, filter fields. Oh my goodness, why is GitHub going on click showing me that stupid pop-up? Embedding, genre, vector index, movies, and this is just the index. So let's read up on what that schema looks like. Create table in database and create schema. And then defining a vector index, it seems, is the second thing that we have to do after defining the schema. So we will move that up. 3.1. Isn't it interesting that as you read more and more documentation, your like thought process becomes clearer? Like when I started with this project, I was like, I probably need to do a recommendation engine, and all I knew about that was I would probably do a vector search. And now that I'm like deep into this, I know that you have to create an embedding. And as I'm learning more and more, I'm starting to understand how to put those embeddings somewhere, and like what do you need in the database. I was super scared of databases as a front-end engineer, but I think the more I learn about it, the better I feel about databases. So it's so interesting, like how you're scared of a tech, and then you're scared of a tech and you kind of like stay away from it. But the more and more you learn, the better you start to understand it, but also the better you feel about working with it. Isn't that so interesting? We doubt our own abilities and skills, but if we put confidence in our skills, we'll understand that we can achieve anything we want to. It may take us a little bit longer because we're just starting out, but we're not dumb. We're not stupid. We can achieve anything we want to. Okay, let's find out schema.ts. Create a schema for Convex. Hunar. I feel like your name might be Hunar. I keep calling you Hunar. Is that correct, Hunar? Dad worked as a veteran. I hate that word. Veteran. Dad worked as a vet here, but mom worked as an animal vaccine researcher back in India. That's really cool. Just staying in India with mom until I got too hard to handle by mom to Abbotsford, and then next year dad got citizenship and me and my brother got it because mine was carefree. Aww. Honor, right? Cool. Okay, I will call you Honor now. Just remember, everyone starts at zero. Exactly. Sometimes it's so easy to forget that everybody starts at zero, and then you compare yourself with everybody else who's doing awesome, and you're like, oh my god, like I'm so far behind. Like even now I get these questions asked all the time that keep up Didi. Oh, thank you. For 4D1TY4X. Whatever your name is, thank you. Right, so you feel like, oh my god, like I'm lagging behind so much. Even now I get this question asked so much, like, oh, like I started learning coding when I was 20 and everybody else has started when they were like so young. Am I lagging behind? And I'm just like, you're not lagging behind. You can still catch up. It's better to start now than to not start for another 20 years and then regret these 20 years. So even if you're starting late, it's fine. You still have a lot more to go, and don't compare your like day one with somebody's year 5. It's so hard to remember that. But for me personally, as I've been doing this content creation journey, like even with this stream, right? Like every day is how every day I'm improving a little bit. I improve the background, I improve the stream, I improve the audio quality. Like every day I'm putting some effort to improve it. But it's so hard to remember that you're just starting out, and I shouldn't compare myself to like streamers who've been going on for, I don't know, like 5 years, a decade, have a lot more experience than I have. So I think that's one thing that I am focusing on in 2025 as a personal goal, which is to not compare my beginning with somebody's middle or somebody's successful end. So give myself some leeway to grow and some room to grow and some appreciation as I grow, which is really important. Keep up, Didi. How I like to piss my wife off. Ishrit Madan, hi. Hi, Ishrit. How's it going? How was your JE exam? I hope you crack it. I hope it goes really well. I hope it went really well. You all, Ishrit in the chat here was preparing for his IIT JE examination. So go ahead and give him a good luck. because he gave his exam yesterday. I hope you cleared it, Ishrit. Finally catching you live. I know, finally. Todd, I'm a hardware engineer. I'm just starting with VS Code as well. I'm moving into systems engineering as a new career path. Oh, that's so cool. Todd, good luck. Let me know if you need any question. If you have any question. Honor, I heard someone is going to Epic Conf. Yes, it's me. I'm going to Epic Conf. Ooh, also, have you guys watched Jason's new episode? The game show? What are you even doing? Why are we doing this Convex stuff? You gotta go and have fun. Screw this Convex stuff. Let's go watch that episode. I'm only gonna play like a few minutes. Wait, why am I on my channel? Jason Langstop. Game show. I'm gonna... Hold on, where do I have this going? Close this. Close this. Where is this coming? Oh, there. Okay. If you haven't watched this, you guys, what are you even doing? Like, why are we here? Share. Copy. Send. Watch it now. Okay, I'm just gonna play the first few seconds.
Oh, Shruti, unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Wait, what? I said you. Oh, I said set state instead of use state.
It's time to play Lead Heat. Here's your host, Mark Texan.
Hey, friends, welcome to Lead Heat, the game show where we have developers bring the knowledge or face the heat. Today's episode is sponsored by DataStax. And Jason, tell us more.
DataStax.
So go and watch it. I can only play 30 seconds before getting copyright infringed. The most fun thing, yes, I watched Lead Heat game show. Awesome, Ishred. That episode was so amazing. I know, wasn't it so fun? The most fun thing was seeing you answer the Astro question so fast, and I was shocked you were not able to answer the GPT full form question. Oh my god, tell me about it. I think in the first few round, actually the first round itself, I was like, okay, let's go. I was just like so pumped up, and then when the questions started coming, I was like, wait, what? What was the question? What was the answer? What's the P stand for? And I completely blanked out as the questions kept coming. So the first few questions, I was just like, huh? What? Where am I? What is going on? And I was like completely like, I was having that stage fright. And then I think I got like the second question was, oh, when I got that set state question wrong, use state question wrong. See, even now I just call it set state. When I got that use state question wrong, I was like, okay, Shruti, let's do this seriously. And after that, I was like, let's go. I am on a roll. I'm going to keep doing this. So the first few questions, I like bombed so hard. And I was just like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Pressure does make you blank. I know. And I was so pumped up. I was quite scared, to be honest, before I got on the show. I was like, I don't know, I haven't prepared well. I don't know what kind of questions there are going to be. I haven't prepared for this. And then as we started shooting, I was just like so pumped and excited. And as the questions started coming, I was like, wait, I know what GPT stands for. And then I was like, nope, I don't know what GPT stands for. I'm a security architect at MLH and love Rising Linux, customizing it for the perfect workflow. Ooh, what's your take on Linux? I actually don't use Linux, but more power to people who are pros at Linux, because I always admire them. Pressure does make you blank. I know, right? Hi, think you have a lot of energy. That's what the industry needs. I swear I heard. And I was like, she said what? That would have been very weird. Very inspiring. Thank you, Andreas. So sweet. Yes, I tried to bring in good vibes, supportive culture, try to create a community that supports each other, but also inspires each other. That's what these streams are for. I come here, show up. I may not know everything, but we're here. We're going to build in public and we're going to learn in public. So that's the community that I'm creating. Okay, guys, we have 15 minutes. Let's get something done. Let's get some shit done. True to our board right here. Here. Wait, here. True to our board here. Let's get some shit done. Okay, we're gonna create some schemas, all right? Where is schema? Database, schemas. So schema is a description of the tables in your Convex project, the type of documents within the tables. As part of oh my god, what? Convex, without defining a schema, adding a schema file will ensure that the documents in your tables are the correct type. If you're using TypeScript, adding a schema will also give you end-to-end type safety throughout your app. I'm actually not using TypeScript right now, but I've been wondering if I should move to TypeScript, but we're not going to do that today. That is for another day. We recommend beginning your project without a schema for rapid prototyping and then adding a schema once you've solidified your plan. To learn more, see our schema philosophy. Screw that, I'm going to add a schema. Schemas are defined in schema.ts, file in your Convex directory, and look like blah, blah, blah. The schema will be based on a user and auth example, has two tables, messages, and user. Each table is defined with a defined table function. Okay, let's go and create the schema. I'm going to show this. Oh wait, not in Finder. No. Explorer view. I'm going to create a new folder here called Convex. New folder. And then I'm going to create a new file here called schema.js. Okay. Then it says import define schema. Oh, look at that. From Convex server. And then I also need define schema. It's so smart, this AI thing. Like all I did was define that I'm in the Convex folder. It already knows that you need define schema and define table. Always use type-safe languages. I actually don't like the sentence always, and I don't think that always can actually be true for anything, let alone anything with JavaScript and TypeScript. So I'm not going to use TypeScript in this today because one, I have limited time right now, but also I'm the only person working on this. Okay, so we're gonna create we're gonna define a schema. Oh my god, this already knows what it's gonna be. Import v from convex values. So I'm gonna accept what this says, preference type boolean, but I don't know what this type is supposed to be. And what is this v? Import v from convex values. The validator builder v is used to define the type of documents in each table. It has methods for each of Convex's types. Okay. Can be helpful to consult the Convex dashboard. The generate schema button in the data view suggests a schema declaration based on the data in your tables. This schema has two tables, messages and users. I think I need a database here. called property. I think I just called this something else in my database, which was here, vector. I'm gonna create a property called a table called property, and so the description is gonna be v dot stuff. So I'm gonna just define that here, import this here, and convert this into v dot, wait, is that a string or number? I think this is gonna be a number, a string. Wait, v dot string. Bedrooms, again, v dot string. Bathrooms, v dot string. City is also string. Oh wait, bedrooms is a number. Let's go back to our LLM and see the data that we send. Right, bedrooms and bathrooms is a number. So this is going to be v dot number. V dot number. City is a v dot string. Street address also a string. Price is a string. Image source also a string. I wonder if they have a URL field. No. V dot string. Home type string. Preference is boolean. V dot boolean. Okay. Holy shit, what is happening here? If you use Windows, you can use WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux, and practice with that. Gotcha. I actually use Mac, Todd. When was CSS battle planned for? I forgot. Is it today or tomorrow? You know, it was supposed to be today, but I haven't been able to finish my OpenAI stuff. So I decided that I'm going to use this season, January, to finish this OpenAI app. And actually, I have a pretty good plan of what I want to do. And then once that is done, season 2 is going to be about maybe CSS and do some CSS battles there. Yep, I am WSL user, even though I love Linux, Logitech G setup, Stream Deck setup, and game stocking. Ooh, you have Stream Deck setup. I'm curious. Do you also stream, Hunar? Audio is just not the same on Linux. It has gotten better, but not quite there. Also, I use iCloud passwords, and it doesn't exist on Linux. If you're a web designer, then think of schemas like CSS, cascading style sheets. How so, Todd? Does it really make sense to embed JSON objects? Generally, you want to do this with unstructured data, which is hard to query or derive insights from. If you're only storing JSON objects, we'd use something like a document store such as MongoDB, where each field in an object is already queryable in an optimized way. For instance, if you want to create a RAG chatbot on Wikipedia articles. Oh, hey Connor, thank you for subscribing. For instance, if you want to create a RAG chatbot on Wikipedia articles, that data is unstructured and plain text. In that scenario, it makes sense to embed each article to make the recall of the chatbot contextual and more efficient. But if you already have normalized data like you do have here, we just use NoSQL DB. I think your question is why we're using JSON objects to embed. If I'm correct, generally you want to do this with unstructured data, which is hard to query or derive insights from. So perhaps you're pointing out that because it's JSON data, it is going to be easy to derive insights from. The reason I'm converting this JSON object into embeddings is so that I can do a similarity search with these embeddings, and this embeddings is going to help me create vectors, which is going to help me create similarity search, which is going to help me create a recommendation engine for the properties that I'm building. Hunar, Shruti, I can do the TypeScript conversion. You focus on functionality. Thanks, Hunar. Please feel free to submit a PR request if you do that. Andreas, have you worked with Astro? And if yes, what's your opinion on it? I have worked with Astro. I actually really like Astro. I like the island architecture of Astro, and I'm even thinking of moving my own site to Astro. I'm 100%, but vstring URL might be an option. Ooh, let's check. Convex.values. Open. Oh wait, I haven't even installed Convex. Import convex.values. vstring. I don't see it. Full set of supported types, ID, string, wait, what is this? String. Okay, where was I? Pinak. Oh, hey, Pinak. Welcome back. How are you? Pinak has gifted us. There he goes again, Pinak, being the MVP. Thank you so much for gifting all these subs, Pinak. You helped me reach my goal once again. Aw, thank you, Pinak. So sweet. You're the best. I got the Stream Deck Plus around when COVID happened. Use it occasionally as a macro interface. Aw, thanks, Pinak. I see all these subscriptions popping up. Help me reach my goal again. Use it occasionally as a macro interface. My point is the embedding and vector search is only optimized for structured, unstructured data. Gotcha. Okay, I understand your point, Yo-Yo. I do properly stream yet. Working towards it, though. I think you meant I don't properly stream yet. Schemas determine common typesets in the project, similar to CSS for website pages. It provides uniformity with the app. I think you're trying to explain what schemas are here, Todd, right? I actually do know what schemas are. I work with GraphQL pretty closely, so GraphQL schemas are pretty close to like the schemas here, or like a database schema. You have normalized data. There is no point to embed and do a vector search on the data. I get you're trying to learn new things here, but maybe it's good to think about the intention of the technology you're trying to learn as well. This would not be a use case to use vector search. Okay, I appreciate your opinion, but what I'm trying to do here is learn how to do embeddings first. Second, use the natural language text that I've already created or actually already input to send it over. List of recommended properties. Don't stream properly. Will you try adding scroll triggered animations in this app with CSS only? Actually, that could be a new project for the next month. Because I think right now right now I don't think this is paginated, but also how many properties do I get? I think it just renders all of the properties that I get back from the search. But it would be nice if it did not do that and it only rendered like properties for your viewport and maybe just a little bit more, and then you can, as you scroll over, you get more properties. So that could be a project for the next month. Okay, where were we? We defined the schema. We actually still don't have this package, so we're gonna do that later. Oh, and it's 7 o'clock. It is time to put an end to this for today. But before we do, we gotta do commit. Git commit. What did we do today? I think we added schema. What else did we do? Oh, fixed JSON embeddings. Git push. Git status. Cool. All right, and if you are looking for the GitHub repo of this to see what we accomplished, this is what we did. Set. It's good to see the research you're doing. It's actually helpful to see the thought process of other people. Yeah, I think that's what I like these code streams as well, because you learn so much from other people. Especially like why they're choosing something and how they're going about adopting it and how they're going about learning something new, which I always find very encouraging and very interesting. I think it's a good learning process to see other people learn as well. If it's rendering all of the properties, it would get too laggy, since I think I saw the API gives me 200 properties in one response. That is correct. It does give a lot of properties, so it's better to have kind of like a paginated thing. I don't have that developed yet, so that's going to be for the next part. In my opinion, cursor-based entries would be better than doom scrolling. Cursor-based entries would be better than doom scrolling. I think using TanStack query would be better to add pagination easily. So I don't like the idea of adding libraries just to implement one functionality. Pagination can be done without TanStack query as well. Not saying that TanStack query is not a good library, but before adding a new library, it's important to think about what else is it going to serve. Is it just one feature that we're adding a library for? So that's why I'm going to do more thinking before I add a new library. I've already added TanStack router actually for like route-based. Oh, actually, I still have to develop that part. So maybe part 2 of this episode is going to be React things. Making it more performant, making the UI better. So maybe that'll be season 2. Yes, pagination can be done without it also. Exactly. Hello, HP400. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Very true that libraries should only be added if you need them. Yeah. Okay, folks, it is 7:05 and this is now time to say bye because I feel exhausted. But also, I think we achieved quite a lot today. Found out what was wrong with yesterday's code, where JSON wasn't being embedded. Fixed that today. Embedded embedded JSON data. The next step is to put that in Convex, and we already created schema for Convex today. So tomorrow we're going to continue here. Use the schema to send that data over to Convex, put that data in Convex, and then continue with our path here, which is put in DB. This is what we're going to do tomorrow. We were already working on this today. So I'm going to mark this as done. Heck yeah. Feels so good to add this check mark, honestly. So that was it for today. Don't forget to rate out. Todd, are you... Great stream, learning lots. Thank you. Yay! Awesome. This clip would be great to show to Jason. Are you in Seattle? I grew up there. I am in Seattle, Todd. I recommend Het Tennis. Fun streaming deals with cybersecurity. Okay. Pinak here always telling me, helping me out with Twitch. Okay, let's go to channel. Het Tennis is also online. And I would love to support this person. Let's go raid. Okay, if you have Twitch, actually even if you don't have Twitch, come and hang out here. Let's go raid this person. When you raid somebody, it actually increases their viewers, and it is kind of showing support to another streamer. So come and hang out on this Twitch channel, and we're gonna go raid this channel that Pinak recommended, Het Tennis. Right? Where is it? I actually do follow him. Oh, who is this? Shruti Kapoor. Okay. Hello, Kizzy. I like your keyboard sound, very thocky. Oh, thank you. It is a Keychron K2. I love this keyboard. Okay, let's go raid. This channel has a follower only chat. Okay, I think I follow him. Oh, we can't follow him. Aww. Okay, I'll find somebody else. Let's do this person. Oh, that nerd. Let's do oh, that nerd. Oh my goodness, stop. All right, let's go. Are we ready? Let's try again. Oh, you have a raid in progress. Oh, that nerd. Let's go! Let's go!
To the return list without checking, you could still run the file while enhancing the description and such. So yeah, that's a thing we already found, so we'll just fix it ahead of time. Shri Kapoor with a raid of 2. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Earl wrong. Assembly.
I really like his channel.
Welcome in. Everybody, what's going down in Streamland, Daddy-O? I'm just an old man trying to be hip to the lingo and failing miserably, because that's...
His stream is so nice. So cool. You got a shout out. I know. I love his stream. It's so cool. Okay, we're gonna end our stream here. Because your girl is hungry. But folks, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Sneeze has fallen. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This was a really wonderful stream because I feel like we accomplished so much. And you all are so amazing and so supportive. Thank you for your opinions. Whether or not I end up adopting your ideas, I still want you to know that I really appreciate you commenting in the chat and sharing your opinions with me. And that goes to, and I'm now going to give shout outs to everybody who's been giving their opinions, like Ishrit, Hunar, Pinak, Todd, Yo, Yo-Yo Tio, and who else? Andreas. So thank you so much for your opinions. Would you like to eat gobi ka parantha? Heck yeah. Can you send it to my house, please? Please send a gobi ka parantha to my house. I will be back tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably will miss tomorrow's stream. So go ahead and subscribe, folks. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'll wait. I'll just sit here and wait for you to come, show up every single day. But I will see you tomorrow. Just remember, you are stronger than you think. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Your insecurities do not define who you are. You're stronger and smarter than you think. With that, have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow a little bit later in the day because tomorrow I'm going to work out yoga class at 5 o'clock. So I will see you at 9:30 p.m. my time, which means it's probably a little bit later for you. Until then, take care, bye, and have a beautiful day.